5 points in it normally. This, buckle up, this is going to be a humdinger.
And we're underway. Kenya get things going immediately. Jordan Edmonds spinning that ball back for Scotland. Of course, Scotland love to keep the ball, don't they? Build up the phases, work patiently with ball in hand. Kenya, of course, so physical. You have to look at the work of Odiembo. Billy the Kid as he is known, but it's early possession here with Scotland. I don't mind being deep in their own half. Side that has always shown patience with the ball. Can. Little footwork just to get himself out of that boxed-in defence from Kenya.
It's nice side to side so far from Scotland, but not being that clinical, testing Kenya, and that's what happens, the turnover comes.
Kenya, first chance then, physical from McCann in defence. Got to release though. Paddy Kelly, another GB man in the Scotland ranks. Win against Canada in the 12-game winless streak in the pool stages.
Well, this is an error they need to remove from their game, Scotland. They're going to win this. 13 penalties they've conceded so far here in Seville. They just can't afford to be running at that sort of run rate at the moment against this dominant Kenyan side.
Tiebreak 26 last Wednesday. That physical nature there on Yala. Try score against Canada. Odiembo looking round the fringes, looking for something. McCann is shoved out of the way.
Knock on wide.
And it's just knocked on. I thought Otieno was through there. Just a little fumble and scum down for Scotland.
Wow, Scotland breathing a sigh of relief there. You can see McCann as referee. Francisco Gonzalez blows for this little knock on here. Oh, I don't know if there is. I don't know if that's a boot from McCann. Either way, all the Scottish fans will take it.
Great pickup though, wasn't it? Otieno.
Bind.
Dream teamer in
Set.
Vancouver and Edmonton back end of last year. Scotland will have to build from deep here. Build being the operative word. Gavin Lowe.
Kenya have been brilliant at just containing them in their half so far, Scotland, haven't they? Had a lot of possession, they just can't get out of their half. Here we go.
Just as you say that, Edmonds pulls away, flapping the arms, trying to get some extra strength and pace from that, flips it up.
Knock on, touch, option, line out, scrum.
Good build up down this left-hand side from Scotland. In the end, it comes to nothing, but they are out of their own half.
Well, it's a brilliant break from Edmonds, isn't it? A bump and the fend, textbook stuff. Really good work just to keep fighting his way through the tackle. It's actually a good decision. He's got to throw that ball, otherwise it's a turnover. Unfortunately, McCann just not sharp enough to get onto it. Looks though he's running on a bit of empty.
Crouch.
And they brought him off just for a bit of respite there for McCann.
It was a great start to the day for Kenya, wasn't it?
Bind.
Lost to Canada in Malaga last weekend. 24 points to 5. And they are strong in second halves, Kenya. They need to get themselves into a few higher gears as the minutes of games go on. 57 of their 86 points in the second 7 minutes in Malaga.
Trying the first bit of possession Kenya have had. Scotland 20 passes to 4 so far for Kenya. They just need to build some continuity.
It's that final pass from both teams at the moment. Scotland injecting a little bit of pace into this one. Helms is there, and then Edmonds again. Edmonds, he's been strong, and Scotland will break the deadlock. Gavin Lowe.
Well, it's the physicality of that man, Edmonds again. Nearly scored on his first line break. We saw his strength, we saw his power coming into full effect. And he demonstrates it all there again. Brilliant fight through the tackle, frees his arms. Gavin Lowe happy to, with a willing receiver for the first try for Scotland. And as the conversion goes over, Johnny, you can't help but think those 2 points are going to be critical. The last 3 times these teams have met, finished within 5-point score lines. So every point is going to be absolutely critical.
But it came, didn't it, Ollie, from Scotland, refusing to keep the pace of the game slow, and with that quick line out, feel it's a tactic that will reap some rewards if they can just increase the tempo. Kenya very, very physical. Play slowly and directly. Tiena. Again, looking for faces, not spaces. In the end, Grant Hughes does well with the tackle. Scotland player down, and therefore Kenya are up against 6, and they're breaking away. What a tackle! Barretto, still Kenya though. Oh, it's still there, great stretch on Yala. Backing up a great tournament in Malaga. Second try here in Seville.
Well, if you want to see some Kenyan brawn, some Kenyan beef, look at that there. Bosh! Gavin Lowe's shoulder still feeling the effects. The tremors from that one. It's a cracking recovery tackle, really good work from Barretto to get back, but in the end, it's overwhelming power from Kenya, and Onyala finishes it off. When these Kenyan boys get going, they are so physical. You can feel every contact from up here in the commentary booth. Big human beings.
To remind you, the quarter-finals pools, A will teams of pool D, teams of pool C, crossover with pools from pool B. Closing in on 200 tries here in Seville. Great city, isn't it? Thoroughly enjoyed our time here. Beautiful city. Sun has come through now. Warm evening. Keep fans in, enjoying their sevens rugby. I'm sure the Scotland player is Kevin Lowe, key man.
Yeah, Scotland desperately disappointed to be losing him and his talent. Obviously the first try scorer, but he felt the impact of that contact through his shoulder. Wish him all the best, speedy recovery. It's a physical game out here.
It's a real shame for Scotland. He's such a key man, core squad member.
Okay, are you ready? You ready?
Bad sportsman all round, under 14
Time on.
doubles champion in their own right. Scotland scores. I've got to get out now.
Maybe to some badminton.
All in the wrist. Gavin Lowe's wrist anymore. Hooter for half time. As you say, Ollie, that conversion from Lowe, the man who's now gone off, could be absolutely crucial. And we know the stats don't lie, do they? Kenya do like their second 7 minutes.
They do, but this is a big scrum, this is, Johnny. Scotland under a bit of pressure. It's their ball, but 10 yards from the scrum time. Kenya, we know how physical they are. They're going to attack that scrum. You can already see it. Giving a silly free kick away. Scotland be delighted at that.
Barretto comes away. Mazy running the twist and spin from Elms. Hughes is there as well.
Holding
I thought he had that ball. Indeed he did. And Amunga picks it up quickly. For the moment it's 4 against 2. And then the pass is somewhere into the stratosphere. Poor piece of play, yeah, you can see the annoyance from Kenya. There was an opportunity there. But these games between these two are very tight, and it is here in Seville. Scotland 7, Kenya 5. As we expected, Mr. Phillips, really, really tight, very, very confrontational. Already a man down, Scotland. Gavin Lowe sadly leaving the field.
It's been a close run affair, very tight. As we see some of those statistics at half-time, despite Scotland having the Lions' share of the possession, 26 passes they've made so far. It's Kenya that have looked the strongest. It's just the handling errors that have really cost them 4 so far. Let's see how they can make amends at half-time.
That requires hard work, but it's going to work, isn't it? We've seen it work, it's going to work. Right, stick in the fight.
Boys, let's not work too hard. We're still getting around that ruck, go for the half in defence. Let's just be a bit lazier. Go north to south, and that's when it's on. We don't need to hurry pull and then push out.
Scanning a bit, boys. The team, be smart, we'll win this game. Stick our tackles. That's it against these guys. Stick our tackles. Put them under pressure, okay? Hands in, put them under pressure.
It's cool, it's calm, isn't it? In that Scotland huddle. Just over 10 minutes to Australia against Canada. Australian fine for having beaten these two already. 42-0 against Kenya. 19 points to 7 earlier on today. Bit of a crest of a wave, Australia. Look at that. It's almost like we planned it.
Some exquisite outfits there. How about those for a blazer, Johnny Hammond?
Seville, not Henley. Second half underway then. Who's going to go through in this Pool D? You would expect by any sort of rugby miracle that Australia will come past Canada. Canada in a rebuilding phase under Henry Paul. Who will go through? There's a race for the ball here though. Scotland win it. Back on the feet. Barretto calling for the penalty, and they're picking up that pace against Scotland. So when they got their try in the first half through the hands of Farndale. Zero tolerance at penalty time. Kenya down to 6.
Wait.
Just can't do it. Well, Rugby have said there's just no interfering with the ball. Got to get back your 10. Kenya down to 6,
okay.
and often is the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate there for Kenya. I felt they're just putting good pressure on the Scottish side. But this is going to really hurt them now, going down to 6 men. Just see the replay of this here. It goes up to make a big contact. And that flailing on, that right arm, you've got to be so careful with it. Make sure your shoulders lead. Any contact with the ball with your hand. And out here on this HSBC World 7 Series, it's going to cost you 2 minutes.
Paddy Kelly wins the line out for Scotland. Nice fizzing pass into the path of Jordan Edmonds. Plays his rugby for Barrowmuir. Farndale knew it was coming, didn't he? Just braced himself. Three had time to put the helmet on. Whizzes it away, and then Kenya come back with this one. Just in the balance, isn't it? 2 points the difference. 5 minutes left. Here come Kenya. 6-man Kenya. Striding away. Oyum. The captain, it's there. Olindi takes the lead for Kenya. Great build-up. And they're a man down.
Wow, with Olioch in the bin, they were at a disadvantage, Kenya. But their work rate out here is absolutely sensational. Fighting so well. I thought that pass was going to go to hand. Presence of mind just to recycle. And with it, Olindi dies over. But he dies far away from the poles. This kick, so crucial. 10-7, it's so tight, Johnny Hammond. But he knows. Point that finger. You're the boy.
You're the man. We've said it all weekend, haven't we, about the different styles of the game of sevens. There, just the sheer physicality of Kenya, the pressure. One of the most experienced men in this Scotland sevens outfit, put under pressure, gave the pass away, found out. They need to respond here, Scotland, and immediately get possession. Just had to stop on the pass, and that's a peach of a ball. Back inside, Kelly, and then Elms. Hughes. Another penalty, Scotland. It's high. Cullen. Reece Cullen. Pulls back, reverses out of the cul-de-sac, doesn't want to go that way. Spreads it wide for Elms out. And McCann. Ross McCann. So often over the last year or so, we've seen him score tries for GB. Now he scored a crucial one for Scotland.
Well, it's that man in shot again. It was his dancing feet at the beginning. Ross McCann's footwork that launched this Scottish attack, and you've got to tip the hat to Kieran Beattie, the head coach for Scotland. He brought Ross McCann off after 3 or 4 minutes in the first half, just to let him recharge, refuel, brings him on now, and look at the impact he makes. Could that be the critical try? As the kick sails over as well, Johnny Hammond.
Ready? Yeah.
14-10. 2:36 for the clock poised.
To stress again, the winner of this in the cup quarter-final, every point is so critical. That is a fantastic take on the restart from the Kenyans. And they're off again at the races.
South Africa, USA.
Release.
With the two to go through from Pool A. Top place second, etc., etc. You know the gig by now. Up to Scotland's 10-metre line of Kenya. Under 2 minutes left. 4 points the difference. Scotland coming up as a line. Suffocating Kenya there. It's the short angle, but it's forward.
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
There we are. Millimetres. That's what the game comes down to in the end.
Oh, Johnny, that could be a critical moment there. It's a fabulous line from Wikesa. You can see they're just trying to look for the stray hole in that Scottish defence. He sees it, and that is millimetres. Millimetres. It doesn't matter. Francisco Gonzalez calls the forward pass. Scotland have got 1 minute and 10 to keep this ball and win the game.
To manage. That's exactly what they're going to have to do, is manage in the face of huge physicality. Farndale spinning and twisting. McCann whips it away. It's Cullen. And then Kelly.
The Kenyans are throwing themselves at everything, every single tackle. They are desperate for this last 30 seconds to get the ball back.
Huge pass, and Farndale has kept his width here. All that sevens experience, but the ball has been taken out of his hands. Double knock on, back to the scrum. 20 seconds left.
I'll tell you what there, that man in shot, Otieno, if he takes that pass off the floor, there is nobody in front of him. The mistake comes from Farndale. He spills the ball. Cracking tackle, but there, if he picks that up, it is TRY time for me. Instead, Kenya are going to have to go from their own 22 now. And everybody is out on their feet on the field, aren't they, Johnny Hammond?
Sucking in the big ones. A Kenyan player is Dan Otieno. Just to stand up, open up the lungs. One last chance then. Final play. To see who goes through alongside Australia.
Johnny, I used to love this. When I was a player, if you see the players' hands on their knees, even if you were feeling it, if you were screaming in your lungs and your legs, it's all about the play acting. Okay. Show them that you're still there. Okay. Show them you're still ready. Get in their heads. Kenya've got to go the length here. If I'm Scotland, I'm acting and I'm behaving as I'm fresh as a daisy. This is a big moment, huge, a second on the clock. This is it now. Kenya got to throw the kitchen sink. If they score, they go to the cup quarterfinals. If they don't, Scotland walk their way through.
Got to be accurate here, Kenya. Got to get this first part right, though. Oh, free kick, Scotland. Oh, the moment just fizzles away for Kenya. Free kick, there's a few protests going in here. Otieno, Scotland kick it off, and they're through to the quarterfinals. What a game, knew it was going to be tight.